Let's talk about the neuroplasticity of influence and how you can rewire yourself for success. Now, in recent years, the concept of neuroplasticity has gained increasing attention in the field of neuroscience and business and life. And this is because researchers continuing to investigate how the brain has this really remarkable capacity to change and adapt throughout our entire lifespan. And this capacity for change has significant implications for our ability to influence and be influenced by other people, because it means that there's a constant shift. And this has given rise to the idea of neuroplasticity and the neuroplasticity of influence as well. Now, at its very core, the neuroplasticity of influence, it refers to the ability of individuals to change their brains in response to the influence of others and to influence others through changes in their own brain function as well. Now, this process is mediated by a variety of neurochemical and neurobiological mechanisms, including changes in things like your synaptic strength, alterations in gene expressions, and also modifications in the structure and the function of specific brain regions. Now, one of the key implications of the neuroplasticity of influence is that our brains are constantly changing in response to our social and our environmental context. And that we have the ability to consciously shape these changes in order to achieve greater success and well-being. You are in control. And that's the really key important part here. You can either go through life and just let your experiences and your environment affect you and change you in a way that is out of your control, or you can direct it and you can guide it. And this has really significant implications for individuals in a variety of contexts. It could be the workplace, it could be education, it could even be your personal relationships. Now, if we look at it in the workplace, this is where neuroplasticity of influence can really be harnessed to promote positive changes in organizational culture and in leadership development. Now, by consciously shaping the social and the environmental context of the workplace, this is how we can influence the behavior and the attitudes of our colleagues and our superiors and even our customers, anybody who comes into contact with us. And this is going to lead to a more productive and a more positive environment. Now, similarly, if we look at this in education, we can look at how the neuroplasticity of influence can be leveraged to promote more effective teaching and more effective learning environments. And by creating a supportive and stimulating learning environment, this is how teachers can promote those neuroplastic changes in their students' brains, which is going to lead us to improved cognitive function and improved academic performance. Now, while this offers us a lot of different opportunities for positive change, we also need to recognize that this process can be influenced by a variety of different factors, not just social, not just environmental. This can include our genetic makeup. It can include our early life experiences, and it can also include individual differences in brain function. Now, the neuroplasticity of influence can be influenced by negative social and negative environmental factors as well, like chronic stress, like trauma, like social isolation. So it's important to approach neuroplasticity with a critical eye. Don't take it lightly. This is serious stuff. And we need to, yes, recognize the potential benefits, but also recognize the potential risks and the potential limitations of this process so that we can take some steps to mitigate the negative effects. Now, this could involve developing strategies for promoting positive social and positive environmental factors, as well as adopting healthy lifestyle practices and allowing for other people around us to adopt healthy lifestyle practices that support optimal brain function and resilience. Now, the neuroscience of influences gives us a really powerful tool for promoting these positive changes in individuals, but also in environments that we're responsible for, and also society as a whole. Now, when we harness your brain's remarkable capability and your remarkable capacity for change and adaptation, this is when we can consciously shape our social and our environmental context. And this influences our behavior and our attitudes of others. Now, it's really important, though, to approach this again. I'm going to say this again. I know I just said it, but you need to approach this with a critical eye, and you need to recognize the potential limitations and the risks and the challenges that come along with this. Because when we do that, this is where we can take steps to avoid it, to promote optimal brain functioning and optimal well-being, and where we can use neuroplasticity as a tool for positive change. Because some of these changes that we make are going to be with us forever, for the rest of our lives. So they determine who we are, how we think, how we behave, and how we impact others. So let's try and do that in a positive way that promotes positive changes so that we do good rather than bad. Simple, right? Bye now.